Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging, and Adam's already quit. He's gone. He's out of here. He doesn't want to play anymore. He's afraid. He's afraid of Jeremy's teeth.
Sorry, I had to shut the window real quick.
We are playing Deadlands tonight, so we're starting up a new game. We've been playing Alien in this spot for like a year, and we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna play some Deadlands. We're gonna go on a good old fashioned cattle drive, like just a basic, simple cattle drive. Nothing strange is gonna happen. There's not gonna be any. No, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. Oh my God, Gabe is even talking in the channel. Hi, Gabe. But Logan, are you back? Logan, when are we playing Mutant Year Zero again? Logan, legendary Logan, used to play like one of the first games we streamed on the channel was our Mutant Year Zero Gen Lab game. So I guess since he's typing, that means we're clearly going to be getting back to Mutant Year Zero. Oh,
sounds like it. Oh wow.
Ashley is just. I tell you, Ashley gets a new job and she's just making it rain left and right now. That's what it is. Congratulations, Ashley. Ashley got a new job. She got a promotion. So
congrats.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yay. Yay. About damn time. But all right. So yeah, Deadlands. Very, very excited. It's a Savage World System is new. It's a new the newest version. So Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. A lot of us have played Savage Worlds here and there. Some of us have played it a lot. Some of us have played it a little bit. So hopefully we'll kind of get into it as we go. We'll kind of we'll get through it. In terms of like Deadlands, I think Jeremy is our Deadlands expert. I think he's the one who probably knows the setting the most. Is that correct, Jeremy? Would you say?
Yeah, I may have run like a decade-long campaign.
Yeah. That's what I thought. So so I think oh my God, we're up to level 4. So yeah, Jeremy will be here. So if you have any questions about the lore, if we've done anything wrong, if you want to call it, just I'll give you Jeremy's personal phone number, and you could just call and leave a voicemail, and there's that. But yeah, we'll go for there. Legumes to the Victor, thank you for the gift sub. Thank you very much. Look how we're so close to level 5. This is great. You people are really, really nice and fun. Okay, because I'm terrified. I always get terrified. Oh my God, people!
Oh my God!
These, oh jeez. You know the funny thing is, it's not even my birthday. It's crazy. I just say that to get bits, and that nuts. You guys are really nice. Thank you. These are all these names popping up for those of you that are watching. These are all like the OG crew. We used to play like Zweihander board games together, and then the pandemic hit, and now I never see them anymore. It makes me very sad. But what doesn't make me sad is that we actually get to play Deadlands tonight with this crew. That's one of the benefits. That's like the silver lining of everything that's happened the past couple of years, that I got to meet these people and we get to play these games. So shall we get started? Are you ready? I'm not even remotely ready, but let's do it anyway. So this is what we're going to do. Why don't we just do a quick round table? Everyone say, who you are, obviously. And if you got anything you feel like plugging, go ahead and plug. Oh my goodness. I think everybody on Twitch now has a sub to this channel. Like everyone.
Oh my God.
Every single person.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Everyone is so generous. Thank you.
Way too generous.
Very much.
Okay. Well, that's it for tonight. So we'll see you later.
We actually do. I need to interrupt here for a second.
You literally raised the bar way too high for this. What's going on?
We actually do have a Lollygaggers tradition that when someone throws 1,500 bits.
What?
Jeff has to sing happy birthday.
What the fuck?
1,500 bits.
I have to say it to myself.
But it's Jeff's birthday. So other people get to sing happy birthday.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
sounds good.
That's how this is going to go. So I believe, and Ashley can jump in on chat if there is a change to this, but I believe there is a discussion that Abbott and Claymore would be the best duo for a happy birthday to Jeff.
That would be perfect, actually.
Abbott and Claymore are willing.
I would love that.
Happy birthday
of course.
Yes, please.
It is only logical that this should be done, seeing as how it is the rules of the engagement.
Stop explaining it. Just sing the damn song, stupid toaster. Come on, sing it now.
Ahem.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday, Mr.
dear
Game
mother.
Master. Happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
And many more.
That's pretty much exactly how I thought that was going to go. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, everyone, throwing out bits. Reminding me exactly how old I am. Oh, thanks, Galen, for the sub. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I feel like I've stalled long enough. These people, everybody is here to watch us play, and but if you want to keep throwing bits, I think what we'll do is it's a little bit out of control tonight. But I think we'll probably do bennies maybe or something like that, like a little public pool of bennies or something like that. We'll probably do for bits in the future. But right now there's like 8,000 bits out there, and they're all for me. So I don't really feel like any of you should get anything for them. So
Can we turn them in for jets?
Ooh.
Nothing about that. Okay. So yeah, let's do a round table. Why don't we say who you are? Plug if there's something you feel like plugging, and tell us a little bit about your character. We'll learn about them more as the game plays, but just tell us a little bit about your character. That's it. So we'll go by the overlay, and that means Jeremy. Tell us about Dr. Byron Cuspid.
Well, of course, I appreciate you letting me go first. I'm Dr. Byron Cuspid. I am a dentist by trade originally, but frontier medicine being what it is, I have expanded my expertise to the whole of the human person, and apparently I will now also have to expand my knowledge to animal mending. Now, Weird West being what it is, tall tales do begin to gather, and if you've heard any word of mad scientists or bedlamites, I would like to let you know it's pure fabrication. I am simply a sentimental gentleman from Georgia who's here to make things go smoothly. And that is all.
Okay, very nice. I love it. Yeah, we'll dive into what you kind of look like, what you can do. We'll just let that kind of play out as it happens. And also, we'll probably be doing interludes throughout the game. I mean, not necessarily tonight, but at some point. So we'll get to hopefully get some backstory and stuff in. We'll see how it goes. Next up, we got Matt. Matt, tell us about Jack Dawson.
Like Constable Jack Dawson of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I've been toying with, do we do the stereotypical Canadian accent for Jack? Like the take off Jack Dawson of the Mounted Police. If I'll try and keep it up, it's not easy, but I'll all right. Yeah, okay. Well, then I'll do it for Jeff because it's his birthday. So I was chasing these hosers across the border, and I'm now up with these guys, and we'll see where it takes us.
Oh goodness, hosers is like my favorite Canadian word. Like I love it so much. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I asked them all to make tokens. I got to show people this. I asked them all to make little tokens using Hero Forge and everything. And so let me zoom in on this so everyone can get the full Jack Dawson experience. So hopefully you can see. I bet you can guess which one of these characters is Jack Dawson. Right? If you had to put money on who Jack Dawson is, I think you could probably figure it out. But yeah, okay. So next up, speaking of crazy character portraits, next up we have Adam, and we can learn a little bit about Eustace. Tell us about Eustace.
Hi, my name's Adam, and I'll be playing Eustace Ellsworth. I come from San Antonio with Anna and whoever in this identifying thing Chuck is going to be. But you should really change your name on that. But anyhow, I heard what you said. I'll expect you to apologize with some drinking for me, or you and I are going to have some problems. So I don't want to hear nothing else other than the clink of ice in a glass sliding my direction. Otherwise, I'll slide something across your throat.
If you haven't figured out which one of these is Eustace, let me go ahead and ping it for you. It's this one right here, the one who has a bandage wrapped around their head, is leaning sideways, and has a cigar hanging out of their mouth. So those are the two tokens I got today. Right, back to back, rapid fire. All right. Next up, we got Chuck. Chuck, you're playing John Ives. Tell us about John Ives.
Yeah, I'm sick as shit, so I don't have a voice yet. So I'll figure that out for next time. But yeah, I'm playing John, perfectly normal dude with no extreme or weird beliefs on anything. He's great. He can shoot things. He may or may not have deserted the army. It's going to be fine. Just don't ask too many questions. And if I start screaming in my sleep, just ignore me and keep your fingers away from my face.
Okay. These are good life lessons for everybody.
Yeah.
The rules to live by. Okay.
Yeah.
And then finally, we've got the person who once again tried to cheat during character creation. We've got Melissa. Melissa, tell us about Anatabo.
So Anna is a kind of a combination of like a wrangler and ranch hand archetype. So she is, kind of good with the lariat and all of those types of things. Kind of what makes her unique is like her family is very musical, but she has an absolutely horrid singing voice. So at a relatively early age, they stuck a harmonica in her mouth because you can't sing when you're playing harmonica. So she is always playing harmonica. And one of her hindrances is that she is thin-skinned. So if you give her any business for trying to sing and doing horrible at it, she didn't take too well to that.
I gotta find out. I think I have a harmonica around here. We should get that out prop time. See how that goes. I'm sure that won't blow the mic out or anything at all. Definitely not.
My attempt at playing it either, I'm sure.
All right. Well, let's get started proper then. So, and we'll learn more about them as we go. Let me get some random music up here. Let's see. That's what we want to do. Let's do a little Lonesome West music. All right. So, nice and sad. Oh, let's bring it down a little bit. It's all very sad and mournful. That's a little too sad and mournful. Let's do that one. Okay. So, you all, through a variety of reasons of which we'll probably learn about as time goes on a little bit more, but you all, I think we've decided that you don't necessarily know each other all together, but a couple of you know each other, right? So you're kind of arriving roughly at the same time. It's we'll call it a Sunday morning, late morning, and it's also early spring. We're in Texas. We're near the border. We're at a town called Sutter's Flats. It's about 100 miles west of San Antonio. It's completely and utterly out of the way. There's nothing here. It's just sort of a stopgap area for a series of ranches that kind of spread across the plains in this area. So each of you're coming up and you're in your different groups. Some of you might already be here lingering, hitching your horses if you have them, moving them to the livery stables. Some of you might just be coming in right now. Weather's fine. It's a beautiful day. And nothing really announces your arrival in Sutter's Flats. There's no town. There's no town sign. There's no estimated population. There's no welcome to Sutter's Flats. There's nothing like that. There's not even really a road. Just sort of a beaten, dried out trail, with cracked dirts and all that kind of stuff. And honestly, calling this town a town is fairly generous. There's 3 whole buildings, and one we'll say Byron, Cuspid, and Jack Dawson. You're there inside the livery stable. Maybe one of you flips a coin to the boy who's running it, and is sort of taking care of your horses at this point. The other 3, you're moseying on in through the 3 buildings that make up Sutter's Flats. 3 whole buildings. One of them is the stables. Another one, you can see a hastily painted sign that says Pettinger's Supply, probably some kind of general store. And finally, there is the Lonely Crow. It's the only really 2-story building of the 3. You can see that a handful of horses are tied up. So Eustace, John, Anna, as you come moseying out, roughly the same time Byron and Jack are coming out of the stables. And the five of you, you hear the faint sounds of a piano and fairly unimpressive gospel singing wafting out of the Lonely Crow. On the porch outside, you can see there's a red-haired woman who's like sipping coffee, and she's like scooping something out of a tin, eating breakfast. But the windows are thrown wide, and you hear the sound of the piano and like really out of tune singing. Anna, would you be perfect for this? And then this boy here who takes your coin, Dawson, and just starts to brush in your horses. So those are the three places you can go right now. Now, let's start with Jack Dawson. What does Jack Dawson look like? What does he actually look like? What do we physically see?
Like, oh shit, is he wearing? You know what? He's wearing his uniform. He's wearing the red serge. He's got it on. Nobody knows what that is up here. So he's on his horse. You know, he's got his trusty steed, and he looks wide-shouldered. He's proud. He's hot down here. He's not used to this kind of heat, but he's on the lookout, and he's square-jawed. Your typical hero kind of looking guy, but he's a little naive. So he's latched on to Dr. Byron, who's kind of been helping him out since he's been south of the border. So they're a bit of an odd couple, the two of them.
I would imagine. But with since you are wearing the big bright red jacket, the little boy who's running the stables here, that's like can't be more than 12. He looks up at you and says, "Hey, mister, did you like shoot at the air and fall into it and just roll around for a bit?"
It's kind of just no. Oh, I can't even do the accent.
Just call him a hose.
I'm Canadian. I can't even,
listen, hose.
Hey, listen here, little boy. No, this is a badge of honor where I'm from.
Badge of honor? It looks like a big old jacket. It's really, really bright. I mean, the sun's not even that bright.
Well, why don't you come on up south of the border? You'll learn all about it.
All about it? Well, north of the border. The border's right there. And he just sort of points off to the south. What are you talking about?
It's okay, boy. I'm from a faraway place.
Okay.
He's from Canada.
Yeah, no, that place don't sound real.
It's the same place that Santa lives.
It is.
Hence the livery.
Santa? Who the hell's Santa?
He's somebody you'll never see, you little bastard.
Oh, well, I don't think that's the type of thing you should be saying to children, sir.
Probably not, but stop giving my friend a hard time.
Yes, sir, I shall. You have to admit, though, that jacket's a bit peculiar.
Well, he's a peculiar man.
Well, fair enough, fair enough. Anyway, I'll wash your horses down, brush them, give them a nice, whatever the hell stable boys do. I'll do that. Okay.
Terribly sorry about my language on that.
Well, if you head on over to the Lonely Crow, I'm sure they can. You don't want to say that kind of language over there right now. The circuit preacher giving his sermonizing right now. Ain't a whole lot of people in there, but if you go in there with that kind of language, he'll damn you something fierce.
Is he the type, take confession? Because I got a lot I need to confess. Being a man of God and all.
Right. I imagine you give him enough money, he'll do just about anything, sir.
All right. Thank you, little one.
No problem. Okay. Do you have a horse like the Eustace, or are you just walking?
He would not have kept a horse together.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was given one or not. But
not yet. You guys have to get the job first.
Yeah, no, he was walking then. He looks exhausted and
Well, if you're tired, they got rooms up there. I mean, no one really rents them out or nothing because no one really comes here. But if
Why
you're
not?
tired, well, because there ain't nothing here.
Yeah, there is. There's 3 buildings.
Well, I guess you could say that. I guess that's true. Well, anyway, if you want them, they're up there. I don't know last time they were cleaned, or if they were clean, really.
So,
Okay, well, you just go ahead and speak to Mr. Davenport. I'm sure he can go ahead and fix you up.
all right. And he spits on the ground, but it's not obviously a sign of disrespect. It's just a sign that he doesn't have any manners.
The little boy, I think, is just it doesn't even bother him whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay. So while this conversation's going on, you hear that gospel sound coming out. You suddenly hear a gunshot. And then a whole mess load of laughing here and there. And the kid doesn't, he just kind of does a little wince. That's what you hear. And he just kind of winces a little bit, but kind of goes about his business. He's like, okay, well, a wash and a brush, I got it.
Hey, anything we need to know about that?
Oh, it's just them railroad boys are across the way, and, well, I don't think they much care for the Gospels. What's happening now? They've been here since last night, making a bit of a fuss, is what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a very tight, very small place. Not a whole lot of places to sit in there, but they're a bit ornery. They come by every now and then. I think they got them a place over in El Paso, about a ways to the west over there. But they're around here for some reason. I don't know. I just take care of the horses.
We thank you kindly for your service.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. So, you step out of the stables, you look around, and, you can see through the windows of this place, right? Like, through the windows of this place called the Lonely Crow. There's 2 windows out front. Both of them are open. It's got the classic saloon-style doors. It's got, a little raised porch out front. And you can see that the woman is, still on the porch all the way on the one end, still sipping, eating her breakfast, it looks like, not even really paying attention. And as you step out of the stables, you hear another gunshot go off again here or there. There's a little blip in the piano. You hear a wrong note, and then someone screeches as they sing. And then there's a pause where there's no sound at all. And then the piano kicks back up and they get back to singing.
So Anna would also have come with a horse to stable.
Okay. So yeah, while that's all happening, little boy will grab it. Hi, ma'am. Gives you the same kind of introduction, waits for a little bit of a tip. And then
Anna wants to be sure her horse is cared for, so Anna will definitely tip it.
You get the best service in town, ma'am, that's for sure.
Thank you kindly.
Okay. So, you've got a general store, you've got a bar, and that's it. That's all you got. There's your 2 choices.
All right.
If we gotta do something, might as well do it drunk.
I go to Ruckus.
Agreed. Check out where the gunshots are coming from.
Okay.
Gunshots mean wounds, and wounds means a chance to make some money.
Okay. So you head on into the Lonely Crow. You kind of kick open the saloon doors. Who's going first?
Jack is.
Jack, and you're bright red.
He's smiling, bright red, big grin on his
Smiling.
face. Just walks on in.
You hear a cracked voice singing out a key, and you kick the doors open. And what you see is a fairly tight, kind of a modest size. There's like maybe 3 tables. There's a bar. And you can see immediately on when you step in, there's a staircase that goes up to the 2nd floor. And you can see that halfway up that staircase, there's a preacher man. There's the circuit preacher. He's got his sort of black robes on. He's got his Bible out, resting on the railing of the staircase, and he's trying to read from it every now and then. But you notice that like right above him, there's a fella up there who's got a little cowboy hat kicking off to the side. And he's just kind of leaning over his shoulder every now and then. And every time the preacher tries to go and read, he just sort of spits down a little bit of his whiskey or his sarsaparilla, whatever it is he's drinking. And everyone just starts laughing. Off to the right, you can see there's 3 tables. It looks like there's only like 3 people here that are actually here for the actual sermonizing. You got like what looks to be like a young married couple maybe, as they're kind of holding hands and looking kind of nervous. And there's a really old cadre looking fella kind of sitting there as well. There's a really kind of busted up piano in the far right corner. And there's a guy who's trying to play, but every time he goes to play, someone kind of comes up. Another one of those fellas, again, looks like one of them cowboy fellas that's standing behind the preacher, just kind of comes up and just smashes on the piano a bit, plays a couple different tunes. And then you can see that there's the bar as well. And there's a relatively heavy set man, bald hat. He's got the whole apron thing on. You can tell this is probably Mr. Davenport, the owner of the bar. And he also has a shadow, as there's a guy who's like right there and kind of messing around with him a bit as he's trying to clean some glasses and such. And finally there's a fella sitting at the bar who he's the one who appears to be shooting the gun off. Every now and then he just kind of fires up, bang, bang, like right up into the sky. But yeah, you kind of come in and bright red Jack Dawson stepping through the doors, smile on his face. Everyone just stops. It's just like a utter silence. The classic Western silence is the squeak, 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 squeak. What does Jack do?
Just walks in, grinning, kind of looking around. Looks over the preacher, looks at all the people kind of in distress. And who would be the closest cowboy to me that's kind of causing issues?
There's the one sitting down firing the gun is probably the easiest route. The one closer is probably the one on the stairs, but you'd have to go up the stairs a little bit and past the preacher. But the one, like the quickest and easiest path is the one at the bar.
All right, I'll walk over to the one at the table and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and look down at him and grin. What's the trouble now, friend? Why are you causing so much distress here?
He looks down at you, or looks up at you, I guess. And he's like, hey, Rufus, you know the circus is in town? I didn't know circus was in town. It looks like the circus was in town.
I didn't see no circus.
Really? That's kind of strange. It's like not seeing the forest for the trees. Now, I ain't your friend. If I ain't your friend, then you sure as hell better get that hand off me before I remove it myself.
Mr. Dawson, I believe this man is correct. As you can see, there's a talking chimp before you.
The circus. All right, he just stands there and he'll leave his hand on his shoulder. And I'll just like tighten my grip on his shoulder.
Rufus, is this fella just call me a chimpanzee?
I said talking chimp, actually, but I appreciate your attempt to extend upon your verbiage.
At this point, Eustace is going to go over to the bar.
Okay.
And he's gonna order a shot of whiskey.
And so you walk up. Dawson's right up. You as well? You're going up to John? Okay. Yeah. So John and Eustace go up to the bar. You're right. You're right next to Jack, basically, a couple steps away from Jack. The bartender is doing the classic, like his you can see the forehead where his receding hairline's going back is like beading with sweat at this point. He's kind of looking around, getting really nervous, and he's like, "What do you have, sir? We don't want no trouble here."
I'll just take a bit of gin. I had whiskey all the way out.
Well,
Gin's easier than whiskey.
yeah, well, all right. And he kind of looks back to the guy who's just sort of lingering next to him. He's like, can I pour this fella some gin? You mind? And he just kind of looks down. Nah, I don't know if I want you pouring him no gin. I mean, the fella he just came up with, he's downright rude. Just called that fella right there a chimpanzee. No, I don't think he's earned any gin.
Hey, listen, buddy. We had a long walk. Just,
All I want
get
is
out
just
from behind the bar so that way the barkeep can get us our drinks.
one shot glass. That's all I want.
Well, how about this? You get your swell dressing friend over there to take his hand off his shoulder, and you get that other fella right there to apologize for the chimpanzee remark, and then maybe we'll get you a bit of gin. How about that?
Their business, it's their own, but I gotta tell you, if you don't get out from behind the bar so we can get some drinks, I'm gonna pull your teeth out your head and shove them in your eyeballs.
No, let's not do that this way. I didn't want to start that way today. All right.
Tell you, I've done it before and I'll do it again.
Hang on now. If we can just get our tempers down, that means that I can get a drink.
Yeah, you don't.
In fairness, I will gladly apologize. I'm sorry for calling you a chimpanzee. That would involve assuming you are a mammal, which means you have a spine and the ability to perform higher thinking, when in fact you are a worthless pile of refuse that should be scooped out of the door along with the rest of the circus waste.
Damn it. And at that moment, here's what I'd like to do.
Okay, go
I'd
ahead.
I'd like to reach and grab an empty shot glass
Okay.
and then wing it right at the guy that Matt has his hand on.
And here we go. Yeah, go ahead
All
and
right.
do that. And then we're diving in.
Yes.
Go ahead and do that. Didn't take long. Oh, Jesus.
I was not even
I-
through the door.
I
yet.
gotta
She's
pick
gonna
the
walk
fight,
in and be
dude.
like, what the hell?
Oh, goodness. Okay, let me go ahead. I got a map and everything.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Here we
Okay. Let me activate that for y'all. Oh, man. All right. As it's loading up really quick, let me get you guys in there. So I think, Jack, you were right next to this fella here. All right. By the bar. John, you were there at the bar as well. So was Eustace. It's the three of you right there. The family, oh, still black. Sorry. Hang on one second.
Vision's not set.
Vision.
with the
That's
value.
right. Yeah. Let me go ahead and just turn that off completely. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Like to imagine the guy at the piano just keeps trying. Like
He does keep
his
trying.
job is always to like keep the music going and keep it light until he's absolutely got to like dive under for cover.
All right, let me go ahead and zoom in
There
a
you
little bit. All right. Everyone see okay now?
Yep. Everything's
All right. So, okay. All right. So then, Anna, you're basically right on at there. I think Cuspid, you're basically right inside the door.
Yeah.
And does everyone look good? These C's right here, just call them civilians, I guess. You can see that that fella right there is the bartender. And then each of these fellas with that little blue handkerchief.
Mm-hmm.
And then these two fellas with the masks on their faces, those are the ones that have been kind of talking up the problem. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Eustace, you're gonna start us off, and then we'll do initiative. But go ahead and you get a go ahead and do a. I guess it would probably be a. Since you said you specifically you're gonna throw it, right? So why don't you go ahead and just throw? Roll like a ranged attack.
Is that a skill called ranged? Because then I'd have to do untrained.
If you want, you could say you just instead of throwing it, you can smash it. Just smash it. Yeah, just roll because you're close enough to the guy. You can probably just smash it.
Sure.
Just roll your normal.
Yeah. No, just some sort of empty glass that's already on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. So that'd be fighting.
That'd be fighting. Let's get some
Okay.
combat music going.
And open wounds, right?
Should be fighting, yeah. And also, I think in the system on Foundry, if you right click and do your target, like you can actually apply damage and stuff later. So if you actually target your token, there's extra things you can do. So so you can start using bennies as well. Don't forget, bennies can be used to reroll trait tests and things like that. But a 3 is gonna be a miss.
Okay. I would like to use a Benny. I don't even know how to do that.
So if you look on the chat window where your roll came up, there's a little button in the bottom right, little circle. Click that, and it'll spend your Benny for you automatically.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
there
so
you
much
go.
better.
That's way better.
Nice.
So,
done.
all right. So go ahead and roll damage. We'll just treat it like your unarmed attack there. So like D4.
Did
And
he
we'll
roll
go
high
from
enough
there.
to get a raise?
Let's see. He needed a 5. He rolled a 10. That will be one raise, indeed.
How do I
No, it's
roll
good.
damage
It's good.
on
It's
this
4.
character sheet?
It's
Oh,
every
nice.
4 above. His parry is 5. So yeah.
How do I roll damage on this character sheet?
So
If you go to gear and like if you click on your brass knuckle thing,
Mhm.
it should bring up a little gray box. And there's a spot that you can click to say add for raise
Okay. Raise damage.
damage. And then you click the little blood drop thing that says damage.
yeah, if you click on the just
Ooh, there
that's
you
good.
go.
That's good.
All right.
Yes.
Hey, God
Started
damn
off.
it! All I
Okay.
wanted to do was get a drink in here. You had to go and fuck things up for me, didn't you?
so yeah. Describe how you knock this guy completely out. Eustace, just describe the smash of because you take because that's enough to actually
Okay.
do 2 wounds against him.
Yeah,
or
I-
shaken then wound, I should say.
I smash it over his face, and then I grab his head, and I hold his head up here, and I'm holding the broken glass in front of his face, and just that's when I was yelling. All I wanted to do was get a drink. You had to go fuck it up for me, didn't you?
And so you smash it across his head as he's leaning up and looking back at the big red coated Jack Dawson, and that like distraction, you smash it in the back of his head, and he just falls completely down to the ground. Jack, he just slips out of your hands and falls to the ground, and it's at that point everybody else in the room like starts, like all the civilians are like, oh no, and then everybody else that you're around, they draw their guns. So let's go ahead and do initiative. Let's see it. Let me add us to the. So he's incapacitated. Let's
We
see.
have made our presence known. Set your slots.
We're good people.
You are. You're being heroic.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Heroically
fair.
taunting people into a bar fight.
Well, I mean, they kind of started it this time.
they had the guns out first.
All right.
It's true.
That was the guy with. Yeah, that was the guy. Okay, so then let's begin combat. All right. It's gonna be first up, Anatabo. You hear the gun fire from outside, and we'll maybe even say that in the process of him getting smashed with the back of the head and he falls to the ground, he fires one more time, like right into the floorboards. Anna, you're like following the rest of the group as the doors swing open, and you immediately see a man who is sitting on a stool, had a gun in his hand. This big the red jacket man is standing right next to him as the body just slumps down onto the ground. What do you do, Anne?
Okay, so Anna's looking for who else seems to have guns drawn in a particularly menacing manner, like not people that just kind of drew a gun. So I'm trying to figure out if this one right
yeah.
here is.
Roll a
something
notice
like it?
test. Well, no, roll a notice test. Let's see kind of if there's, how good her eye is at this.
Uh,
5 is good. Actually, no, it's not. I'm sorry. That's sorry. That was showing the total. 3 is no good. You don't. Do any of you guys don't have any guns? Has anyone drawn any guns yet? What did we say? You do not see anyone with a gun. You do see a gun kind of kicked across the ground now, but that's it. I will say this though, even with the fail, you do notice that these two guys right here are dressed somewhat the same. Like they're part of the same outfit. They almost have like a uniform on, kind of going on, like a dark uniform. I know the tokens are light, but they kind of look like they're part of the same outfit. And to some degree, there's 2 others in the room also. Who again, they all kind of look like they could be part of the same gang.
Okay. Then what I would like to do is I want to try to do a quick use of my lariat and see if I can kind of restrain this one that's right here.
Oh yeah, she does have a joker. All of you get a Benny.
Yeah, I was gonna point out she's got a joker, so she got a +2 to all of her rolls for the round.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, you would have seen. Okay, so then that would have actually made your 3 success in your notice. Yeah, this guy right here, right to your left, has a gun. This guy you can see has got a gun getting drawn, and in the back, behind the bar, they all have guns drawn. They're not pointing at anyone in particular, but yeah.
Okay. And so, okay, then I am going to move in, and I'm actually going to try to lariat this one down here.
Okay, yeah, you can move up to your pace.
Okay, my pace is 6, I believe.
2, 3. Yeah, you can get there. It's just sort of like it's a tight quarters, but you can kind of push through as you're running towards the guy by the piano. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can come to here and try to lariat that guy.
Yeah.
All right.
And again, I think you can right-click and target them, and that might actually give you like.
See if this works.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And go ahead and roll your attack. All right, that will hit. Not a raise though, but that will hit. So I think I can click the damage. Can you see like a damage? I don't know if the players can see it or not, but
Yeah,
can you
roll
see
damage.
Yeah, go ahead.
I guess that
Okay.
doesn't work. Let me just read something with the lariat. So the target is entangled with a success and bound on a raise. So it's not so much a damage thing.
Okay.
The lariat. It's more
Yeah, you didn't get a
either
raise,
entangling
though.
them or binding them. So if they're entangled, they can't move and they are distracted as long as they remain entangled.
You didn't get a raise though. You have to get. You said with a raise, right?
No, target is entangled with a success.
Oh,
and
with a
bound
success.
on a raise.
Okay. So what can't they do while they're entangled? Say that again. I'm sorry.
Can't move and are distracted as long as they are entangled.
Nice.
All right. I will click distracted and entangled on my sheet. Okay. Very nice. As you come running in. And it is actually that one's turn as well. Let's see. Not sure.
So distracted, subtract 2 from all trait rolls until the end of the next turn.
Yeah. And then can he break the entanglement with an action? Like a strength test or something like that? Kind of rip that off?
I'm not clear on that. It just says the state lasts until the end of the character's next turn in terms of distracted.
Okay, so we'll say you come in, you throw the lariat out, kind of gets his arm, which keeps him, first of all, in kind of where he's at. He is distracted, so he will try to shoot as well. But I think he's still going to shoot for Eustace, so he will have like obviously negative on his rolls, on his trait rolls. What's that?
Thanks for the debuffs.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The Joker doesn't count towards a raise, right?
Joker is +2 on your rolls, so that would give
So
you a
that would-
6, which still
you
wouldn't be
had a
enough
4
for a
got you to a
raise.
6.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 4 got you exactly. Thank you. Okay. Oh, it was actually built in. The +2 is built in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see that. That's awesome.
Yep.
All right, so I'm targeting. It is a hit on Ellsworth. Despite the -2 to distraction, because this one also rolled a Joker, so they kind of cancel out at that point. So he does get the shot off. Let me roll damage. You can soak if you want, or you can just take it. So, right? He could, before he applies like any kind of wounds and stuff, he could spend a Benny to make a soak roll.
Okay. And how does armor figure into that?
It automatically factors your armor
yeah.
in on your character sheet.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Or it should. Like,
Because I have to hit your
On-
parry. Your parry was 6, which is essentially your armor, basically.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I rolled.
All right. So that was already applied. That's what you're saying.
With
Oh no, parry
But-
is for melee. This
only
is
for melee. Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
shooting, it's just
Yeah.
a 3 or
Yeah.
whatever to hit.
It's
Okay,
I
like
think it's a 4
on-
to hit. Yeah.
4.
on
thank
your
you.
first sheet where it says traits, there's a
Mhm.
drive stats thing. You should see toughness, and you'll see a number in a gray box. And to the right of it, you'll see a little shield that'll tell you how much of that is based on armor.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
guessing you probably have like a 10 and then a 2 next to it.
It says 8 and 0.
So one of the
So-
things when you're on
You
your
may not have
gear-
it equipped on your sheet.
Yeah, make
Oh,
sure to
okay.
click
Hit the little
thing that looks like a
shirt.
shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now. So
So then you'd have
that-
a toughness 10.
yeah, I do have a toughness 10 now. So anyhow, I would have to spend a Benny to soak it.
Yeah, I still think you would because he did do 11 damage, which would
Yeah, yeah.
exceed the toughness. So you would still need to do a Benny if you wanted to soak. So that would be a vigor. So you spend a Benny and then roll vigor.
You're also only shaken, and on your turn
Yeah,
you
it's
can
only
try to unshake. So you don't even
For
need
free.
to spend the Benny. You might want to save the Benny
Oh, okay.
and just try to unshake for free in your turn. And if you fail that roll, then you
Yeah.
can spend a Benny to get rid of the shaken status.
All right.
And when it says I may ignore one point of wound penalties, is that what shaken is, or that's something different completely? Okay, cool.
Something different
different.
because you haven't even gotten wounded yet. You just kind
Got
of
it.
get rattled a little bit.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's his turn. The next one is the one by the bartender. He's gonna go. He's behind the bar, so I'm gonna give there's cover in this game, right? Like you can do like a temp boost, or I can do like a minus to his attack. We'll say because there is a bar between him and anybody who wants to shoot. I think this one will take a shot at Jack Dawson.
No.
I will go ahead though and give myself like a -2 on this because he is shooting over a raised bar. The stools are kind of up, so you know really only your part of your torso and your head are showing. So I'll go ahead and give myself a voluntary -2 on this shot. As he takes a shot now at old Jack Dawson. Okay, that'll be a hit. And rolling damage. That's an ace.
Okay,
Jack
so,
Dawson is also shaken. Yeah.
I have 10. My toughness is 8, and I have 2 armor. So it just kind of
Oh, nice.
hits my coat, and I'm good.
Okay.
Because I have an
perfect.
armored duster.
Awesome. I guess it's not taking that into account. Oh yeah, I see it. +2. It's on your sheet. I guess it's not taking into account with the automation. We'll figure it out later. Bear with us. And Eustace, you just got shot. Wasn't that like? But so it's the start of your turn. You can do a spirit roll right now to recover.
Okay.
If you pass, you get to take your turn as normal. If you don't pass, however, you can only do free actions.
Okay. So I just need to click like the die next to spirit.
Yeah, where it says spirit.
Okay.
Okay, you do not have jokers. That is a fail.
Okay.
Four is what you need. You can spend a Benny to re-roll that because it still is a trait roll if you wanted to. But right
Sure,
now that's a
let's do it.
fail, and you would not be able to act this turn other than free actions.
Okay.
Just raining
I accidentally
bennies.
gave myself one, so I spent 2.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and roll, and then roll your spirit again. All right, that 5 will do it. You do manage to shake off the shot a bit. You are no longer shaken. You can uncheck that on your character sheet. It was more of a wing. You could look down at your sleeve. You could definitely tell there's a little bit of blood coming out, but it wasn't really that deep of a shot. It probably embedded into the floor somewhere. You knock this one down, but you're getting shot at from over by the piano. But you see this woman that you've been traveling with. I think she might even give you a place to stay. She's She's got one of his arms, not his shooting arm, like wrapped up in like looks like a lasso or a whip or something like that. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna look at the one that shot me and see that he's tied up, and I'll just slowly smile as I finish off the rock gut that I was drinking on the way here, and I smash the bottle on the bar, and I say, "I'm gonna go get you." As I run towards him and charging at him, try and stab him in the neck with the bottle.
Okay, it's the one by the piano, right?
The one that
One that
shot me,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Lords and Ladies of Fate, thank you so much for the raid. Playing Deadlands tonight, first time, and yeah, I think we have a bar brawl already. Didn't take long. So Eustace, you charge over. You can move your token obviously over to where you want it, and then you can go ahead and roll your attack. Uh-oh, that's an ace. Yeah, that'll do it. That's one raise. These have I'm sorry, that's a parry, so that's two raises.
How do you raise it twice?
I think you can only get one raise.
Raise, you only get
damage.
one. Yeah, you only get raise one
okay.
damage, but you get like an extra effect or something that we can throw it out. Yeah.
Cool.
Holy crap,
Good
you're
roll.
rolling well. That's a really good roll. 14. Yeah, that'll do. All right.
Okay, so I stab him in the neck with the. I'm assuming that he's done for. Is that true? Or
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm assuming that he's done for.
No, he's not.
No?
This one is
All right.
one of those NPC guys. It's not. It's a wild card, not an extra. So this one actually, it will be shaken and will take a wound. But technically is still up.
I like to think that you go after him as if you think this is going to be it, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, I see that it didn't quite, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. And I say, let's dance, just you and me.
Just you and me will get this lady off me.
Oh, would you
Okay.
like me to stop and go ask her?
Yeah, I would. All right.
I make to put my arm around him like I'm going to go over with him to her.
You just jab him some more with the bottle. All right, Chuck, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna pull my pistols, and that jerk behind the bar, I'm just gonna unload both shots at him.
Okay, go for it.
Right. So my first shot.
Sorry, folks. This is our first time like really playing it. We're still kind of working out the kinks of our foundry setup and the rules themselves and stuff.
Oh no, my gun's broken. It won't shoot off the character sheet
Oh,
anymore.
that's a shame. Sorry. Well, let's just move on to the next person. It looks to be
Like it jammed.
It
looks to
jammed.
be Dr. Cuspid is next.
This isn't exactly the time of,
Sorry.
it works 100% of the time.
Sorry about that. It's a shame.
I know, it's heartbreaking.
You got it fixed. You got it fixed.
There we
I
go.
heard it.
There it goes.
That scares me. 7 obviously will do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh.
You guys are acing
Yeah.
well. Oh boy. That's gonna go. Yeah, that's definitely shaken and wounded. Oh man. Okay.
And then my second pistol. It's on my offhand, so I get a -2 on this. Ugh.
It's not gonna. The 4 minus 2. That's not gonna be good.
Benny.
Yep, I'm gonna spend a Benny on it.
There you go.
That's more like it.
That'll do.
Raise.
That is a raise actually.
Nice.
Okay.
More damage.
And then the damage on that with the raise. 8.
Okay, he's still up, but he is so just to follow along, the two guys with the nice beautiful little blue bandanas, they're the wild cards. So he's got 2 wounds on him now. All right, you want to move or anything, or are you happy where you're at there?
No, I figured pulling my guns, since I got 2 of them, will be my move. So
that's fair.
I'm good.
Fair enough.
With where I'm at.
All right, Dr. Cuspid, you're up.
Well, I see these other gentlemen pulling guns, and I saw one of them shoot my friend, but he's so far away. But I see this other man just above me, and he's right next to my dear friend Jack. And
Okay.
I believe I'll perform some preventative countermeasures.
It's preventative medicine.
I'll just saddle
like
up to
it.
the bar and then just calmly pull a bowie knife from beneath my jacket and stab him in the gut. Sorry, right click him to target him.
Yeah, right click him to target him. You'll see like little arrows come around. You don't have to do that. It just makes it easier. You can kind of like get into the habit of it. As you come up, he sees his friends getting shot and stuff, and he's just like, now hang on, you don't want to do this in front of the Lord. As he looks up towards the preacher on the stairs, who looks down at you, Dr. Cuspid, and he's just like, it's okay, son. You can go ahead and do that. Lord
Did
will
you
forgive
hear that? That's just divine clemency. Do you understand the word clemency?
I do not. Oh my God! That's a lot of dice.
Wow.
That's a lot of freaking dice. Okay, that's
Slowly push it into his guns.
yeah. I mean that's a raise. So, oh God, roll your damage.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God!
What the hell is happening?
Wow.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
27 damage.
Jesus! Describe how you killed this poor fella. Oh.
Dr. Cuspid just walks up so calmly. Now, as you understand, don't worry, we're going to say that the Lord has forgiven you for being such a worthless cretin. And just slowly shoving. He's got this big bowie knife, but it's made out of like this weird kind of purplish gun silver colored thing because it's ghost steel instead of regular. And the handle on it is like some sort of strange jawbone that he just pulls out, and he just slowly pushes in. He just holds him and makes sure to look him in the eyes as he lowers him to the floor. Shh, it's all better now.
Father,
you're going to a better place. Don't worry. Don't worry.
And he just kind of like reaches up towards the preacher too. Like,
the hard part's over now. The hard part's over. Just rest. Just
slumps.
Rest. It's all done.
Slumps down there.
It's done now. You're done, son. It's okay. Just rest. You're
Eyes
fine.
closed. He's out. Holy crap.
Thank you, Father.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, son. Thank you. Oh my God, Jeremy.
That was amazing.
That's insane.
Well, both of the gunmen are incapacitated. They're basically out. And so we move over to Jack Dawson.
All right. Can I climb on top of the bar, pull out my
Please do.
shotgun, say, I gave you the chance to take off and you didn't take it. And I'm going to shoot with my shotgun at the one behind the bar.
You hoser?
You hoser, you had the chance to take off.
Told you
eh?
to get out of here. What's this all about?
Oh yeah, keep it coming. All right, raise.
Okay.
This is short range, so this is gonna be some good damage. Buckshot, short range.
Okay.
Keep it coming.
Oh God, I see a 6 already.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And just rains buckshot on this guy on the other side of the bar that shot at him.
Oh my God. Is there a luck? Can we do a luck test? I want to see if they.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Have are you out of bennies or anything? Have you used a benny or anything yet?
I have not.
All right, never mind. I would have given you one for hopping up on the bar and everything and just shooting down. But yeah, describe how this one dies too, because that's going to be his 3rd wound. He's out.
Yeah, he just unloads and just is ripped to pieces by buckshot and drops behind the bar in a bloody mess.
Killed by the moosket, as
A moose kid.
Chuck has named
Don't
it.
mess with the
Okay.
moose kid, eh?
All right, that's 3 for him. Oh God, that poor fella. and that'll do it for him. And so there's
I just
one
want to point
left.
out, Jeff
Yeah.
can roll this kind of damage against us, and we
Yes.
could instantly
Mhm.
drop also.
Very
We're just
True.
getting real lucky.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you're getting this lucky in the first combat of our game. All right. So it's a new round. So we shuffle the deck because there's jokers came out, deal everything. And Eustace, you're up. You just gored this guy. You got your arm around him. You've got the broken rot gut bottle just drowning right into his throat. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm wanting to lead him over towards Anna.
Okay.
And because, he said, let's talk to her and see if she'll take it off. She said, Anna, would you be fine enough and willing enough to take this lariat off of him so that I can kill him?
Whoa! Take him alive, eh? Don't kill that guy.
Oh, you hear that? He wants you to be alive. You're gonna
Yeah.
live.
I want me very much to be alive too.
Oh, well, then why did you just say so? And I just dropped the bottle. All you needed to do was tell me that. I mean,
I was just trying to play piano. I ain't got nothing to do with this. No, it wasn't me. It
Oh,
wasn't me.
it's okay, son. We'll take care of you.
I was just backing up my friends, but they weren't good friends. I don't want nothing with y'all.
Oh, I'll be your friend.
All right. Do you want to anything specific you want to do, or are you good
No,
with that?
he's giving up. If he's giving up,
Okay.
I'll pat him on his head. And
He is.
Pat him down.
Okay. I mean, you can see he's like, no. But it comes over to John Ives. This guy's got his hands up. Ellsworth has got his arm around. What do you want to do, Ives?
Anna did not release the lariat.
Okay, fair enough.
I want to holster my pieces, sit down at the bar. Let me get that whiskey now.
You look over at the bartender. Yes, sir. And he just kind of pulls on the house, and then he
Thank you.
goes
Don't
back to
forget a
hiding
gin
beneath the
for my
bartender.
friend over there.
Oh right, yeah, gin, that's right. Oh shit, we don't got
Thank
no
you
gin.
much.
Oh.
Slip my dollar on the counter, pay for my drinks.
Okay. Whole dollar? Oh, thank you. And he takes it. Okay. Jack, you're up on the bar. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna hop down and I'll
Okay.
walk over to the prisoner. It's not. I know it's up to Anna to release him, but I'll walk over there. I'll walk across the bar and kind of look around the room and scan the room, and I'll look at that couple who are over there and tip my hat to the lady. And
And they're underneath the table at that point, and like you tip the cap, and then like you see like the old codger down there. He's like, "Well, woohoo!" And it's just haven't seen this sort of action around here for some time. Oh boy!
smiles, hops down, has his shotgun still out and trained at the last guy, but is pleased to see that Ives put his guns away and Eustace didn't kill him. So he goes over there and he leaves it to Anna now, what she wants to do.
Anna, it is your turn.
So Anna is just gonna kind of look him in the eye. If I release this lariat, you're gonna sit yourself down on that chair right there?
I would very much like to extricate myself from the premises and run as fast as I can to my horse, and then have my horse run as fast as it can in a direction opposite to which you all shall be heading.
But I actually think if I release you, we're gonna want to sit you down and we're gonna want to talk to you about what's been going on. So you need to agree not to do the run-in just until we say you can.
Wait, we just became friends. Surely you don't pass up a drink with your friends.
Oh, that's very kind. You know, I think I left. I gotta go tend to my mama. I just came for prayers and gotta head back now.
So Anna's going to leave the lariat on until he sits down.
Okay.
So she's
And
just gonna kind of pull the rope closer till she's kind of getting closer and just kind
Okay.
of kick the chair under him.
Okay. So the chair kicks out, and he'll exhale, and then he'll sit down. All right.
All right, so-
Doctor. Okay, well, Dr. Cuspid, and then if there's anything you want to do, and then we'll break initiative.
Yeah, I mean, since there are a few people here that are not other combatants, Dr. Cuspid will kind of take the moment to just, he'll take his knife out of the guy and just kind of like wipe it off, put it back calmly. Now, ladies and gentlemen here, what you have seen, I don't want to say the work of the Lord directly, but you have heard the words of your good and godly man, and you have seen the brave, the heroic, the constable Jack Dawson come in bright as the evening sun, as you should witness the good deeds done here in service of this man of the cloth. Please rest at ease knowing that things have been done as they should.
And the circuit preacher's like, hallelujah, praise Jack, praise him. And then you just hear like from other table, praise Jack, praise Jack, praise Jack. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll end combat with 3 people very much dead. I'm having some weird problems, but okay. All right, so we'll end combat.
I'm scared I'll never stab that good again.
That was
crazy
insane.
good first impression.
Yeah.
So-
Eustace, I got you gin.
Okay, so you could see like a hand just comes up trembling from behind the bar and just sets it down on the top, and it's like this little not the clearest gin in the world, but it's up there. It's actually not gin, it's just moonshine. Don't hate me.
Oh, hell. I can't hate you for not having that.
All right, so there's 3 bodies in here. You've got the one fella who's just looking around at you all, looking terrified. What do you guys
another
want to
one
do?
for my friend here. I look towards.
Okay.
I look
Bartender
towards the
comes
friend.
over, sets the drink right in front of the fella. He's like, well, I guess to friendship. He holds it up.
He clinks with him.
Can't kill a man who you cheered with, right? That's a rule. And he drinks with it.
Yep. Good to know you, friend. Oh, by the way, friend, what's your name?
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me see which one, because 3 of them died. My name's Earl.
Earl.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a mighty fine beginning to a name.
No, it's the whole name.
Well, I
I
mean,
think he was talking about the E there, friend.
yeah.
You wouldn't know this, but his
Oh.
name is Eustace.
Yep. With the
Name starts with a U.
Goddamn me. Anyhow.
He looks very confused.
It's circus spelling.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
don't
sir.
drink that?
Yeah. And he drinks it really fast.
And
It's really good.
Eustace down says,
Ma'am, can I go now?
Anna's gonna look over to Jack because he seems to have some
No.
type of legal.
He's just gonna shake his head and he's gonna walk on over and sit down next to this guy and go, "Now, friend, what is this all about? Why'd you draw your weapons on us? Who are you? Where are you from?
Oh,
What problems do you have with us?"
I don't even know who y'all are. I just met Eustace with an E. So we're new friends. Just a misunderstand. We just got just a few of them
Just a
got
misunderstanding. Your friend there behind the bar shot at me.
well, they got a little drunk is all, and then that one, and Eustace with an E, he he smashed
kind of-
one.
What kind of wounds does this guy have? Who hurt him?
So I think this is the one that Eustace actually stabbed. So he's got he's
All right.
bleeding from his chest where the broken glass bottle was kind of carved through his chest.
All right. He's going to put his hand on his chest, just kind of dig his thumb into that wound.
Oh,
Well, Oh, how about you
Praise
tell?
Jack!
Yes.
You look back, Circuit Preacher, you swear, Circuit Preacher might even be drunker than these fellas.
Jackson has some stories told about him. All right. So, where are you boys all from?
Oh, we work with we work with Bayou Vermilion. It's all, I'm not even like that one right there. That one was my supervisor. He dead now. I guess it means I'm supervisor now, but ain't no one left to supervise. I'm sure they'll give me another team. Mr. Phelps will.
Congrats on that promotion, friend.
Thank you. Y'all very friendly, outside the killing and such.
Promotion deserves another round of drinks.
That's right.
Won't argue with that one bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to the
Praise
bartender.
Jack.
Turn to the bartender and ask, is there any law around here, friend?
No, sir. We usually don't. We ain't got no marshal or nothing. If anything, we just head over to El Paso or San Antone, and yeah, that's about it. Usually not much need for it. The different ranches kind of take care of their own. Worst thing we usually get here is just a bunch of drunken knuckleheads and roughing some stuff up, and I got a whole pile of broken chairs and tables out back, and that's usually the worst of it all.
That's good news here. It means we ain't got to bury no bodies.
Well, I mean, someone probably should, because they're gonna sort of stink up the place. I can
That's
go
all
ahead
right.
and take them with me, no problem. We just
Why don't
strap
we
'em on-
take them back to his employer and we can all go with him?
I don't think that's a good idea, Mister
We'll
Jack.
We send a message to leave these kind folks alone.
I think sending me back with 3 dead bodies is probably enough of a message. Now, I don't want nothing to happen to my new friends and Eustace with the knee, Mr. Jack, and the rest of y'all. But I don't think Mr. Phelps is gonna take too kindly to threats, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but there are only 5 of you. Well, he's got a sight load more fella than you do.
Side load.
A lot, like many.
Like as many as
So-
I can see.
Probably more.
Is
Unless
that
you're
a threat?
seeing triple. No, it wouldn't. I'm just stating facts, Mr. Jack. That's all. Just stating
I
facts.
understand. I love facts. I adore them. And in fact, you have just presented a fact to me that it seems it would be foolish to send you back to your employer. Seeing
well,
as you
I won't say nothing, sir. I won't say nothing at all. No, they died bandits on the road or something. Yeah, bandits. Bandits.
Can you read and write?
Well, a little.
Oh, that's too
You
bad
didn't know how to
for
spell
you.
Eustace.
Well, I did say a little.
I mean, if we
Well,
don't want him talking, we could just take his tongue out.
No, I preacher, just bring that good book over here, and I'll swear right on top of it, I won't say a thing, nothing, or I will. Whatever you want me to say, I'll say.
Chat. No,
what
we're
I
not
like?
going to cut anybody's tongues out. No. That's
I
not going to
want you
happen
to say-
here.
What's that? What's that, Eustace with an E?
I want you to say you're coming with us.
Well, I don't think that if I come with you and they find out I'm alive, they're gonna be coming for me too, and I'd
Which
rather
one's
than
that?
not.
Who's that? Does that point to the one I smashed the glass into?
That fella, do you really want me to tell you all their names? I only got so many names, and if I just have to go through the list and just repeat, that's Larry, that's the other Larry, and that's Daryl.
All right, so Larry, Carrie, and Jerry. Got it. So you think Larry would have made the same decision if he was presented it?
I think I don't know how to answer that. Larry, I mean, that Larry right there, well, he's just a hothead. He probably would have gone down shooting. That other Larry, well, you know, he's a God-fearing man, so you might have been able to talk to him. And Daryl, well, Daryl I just met 2 days ago, and when I met him, well, he was picking a fight with a whole group of folks. So I get a feeling that he probably, you know, I'm the reasonable one.
That makes sense. Now, seeing as you are the supervisor, I would like to propose a at least modest transaction here. Now, I can tend to that wound and help prevent any sort of infection in there, and you should be right as rain within a couple of days. But I would like to request salvaging rights upon these bodies.
Salvaging rights upon the...
I see at least a handful of decent teeth amongst them.
Well, all right. If that's what gets me home to my mama, that's what I'll do.
I'd like to at least offer that. Does that seem reasonable to you, Jack?
Oh, you know how I feel about that, Doc. But do what you must. But I think we should escort him back and go talk to this Mr. Phelps.
And Anna will jump in at this point and ask him. So this Bayou Vermilion, from out San Antonio way and not familiar with
You would know by them. It's one of the major railroads, especially along the south. Yeah, very major. It is perhaps. I mean, it's a lot to, you know, taking on a rail like a whole railroad would be a task.
Unwise.
Yeah, these are it's one of the major railroad companies in the West.
Understood.
I'll patch him up really, really well. And then I'll go about nonchalantly plucking out any teeth that are still whole from all of his friends.
Seeing Dr. Cuspid going to work on the corpses, I'm going to go back and help him out with the one behind the counter. I'm just going to rip out every single tooth. Maybe stick a couple in his eye just for good measure, but...
I'm just
It's
gonna
at
sort
this
of look
point-
over at Eustace and just sort of kind of give a look of who are these people that we just came across?
I'm
So
gonna
it's
take a peacemaker off one of these guys.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So it's at this point, the doors to the saloon pop open, and you see a big fella with kind of like a big old handle, like a kind of gray white handlebar, little mustache, a really dirty cowboy hat on, rancher hat. You see the woman that was eating breakfast out front on the porch, and she's like, yeah, uncle, these are the ones right here. They came on in. And he's like, he kind of surveys the whole area. You see, it's there's bullet holes everywhere. Cuspid, he's kind of gives a kind of a strange glance over at Cuspid and Ives and such, and he's just like, well, it's a hell of a morning. Well, hey there, strangers. My name's Bill Sutter. I know pretty much everyone in these here parts, which means if I don't recognize you, you must be new. So I see y'all have wasted no time in making yourselves at home.
All I wanted was a drink.
Yeah, well.
Situation that needed addressing, and we addressed it.
These boys started it.
No, don't worry. I ain't the law. I don't really care too much about it. I don't much care for these folks at all. And he kind of the one who's alive, he kind of gives him a dirty look, and the guy just your friend Earl, just head kind of goes down. He's not looking at anybody at all. And he's just well, anyway, my niece here, Abby, says y'all came on up, and well, you got something done, is what it is. These Bayou folks were causing some trouble, and you all took some action, and now they ain't causing trouble no more. And well, preaching can go on preaching, and the good folk over here can go on, being proselytized too, whatever it might be. But anyway, so I ain't that great at small talk, but I'm just gonna tell y'all this: you all might have bit off a bit more you can chew. here as a person who has been on the wrong side of the Bayou Vermilion. I'm gonna recommend you all might want to hustle your way out of here before any more of these folks come on down. You know what I'm saying?
I'll hand my wad of bloody teeth over to Dr. Cuspid. I don't know about that. You'd be surprised how much a person can chew when they have to.
Thank you, sir. That was very kind of you.
That's a very unsettling thing to say there, sir, but you know what? I like a little unsettling, you know? I'm looking for folks who like to get their hands dirty just like that. You like to get your hands dirty there, fella?
Hold up my bloody hands.
Well,
I got a little carried away, and I ain't got no problem with it, though.
okay.
I mean, we've all done things. Seen
Sure.
things.
Well,
things.
everyone's got a history. I know a bit about that, too. I hear you. I hear you. Well, listen, these Bayou Vermilion folks, they got themselves a stranglehold on cattle trade around here, and being in the cattle trade myself, you can imagine that's been kind of difficult for me. But here's the thing, like they're gonna be swarming around here like locusts, right? Like you knock 3 or 4 of them down, and another 10 or 12 of them start popping up too, and and pretty soon you're all gonna be outnumbered pretty fierce, and well. Getting a look at everything around here, I imagine y'all can handle yourselves pretty well in a fair fight, and maybe a little bit of an unfair fight. But I'll tell you what, if you all want to kind of come on in with my folk, we're gonna be pulling up stakes pretty soon, and I can tell you that there's work in it for you, steady money, and there's safety in numbers. You know, you don't like them, I don't like them. Any of my friend or something, right? That's a thing, right, preacher? That guy's like, praise Jack. He takes a drink again.
Indeed, sir, indeed.
But anyway, I can tell you that come with me. I know we ain't like an army or nothing, but I got quite a few folks under my employ and fold you all in. And if them Vermilion folks come on down, well then, lock arm, wash backs, all that type of thing.
Well, that is an incredible offer of hospitality. Thank you.
As long as there's pay and it keeps us on the move. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be on. I mean, we're going to be pulling up stakes here pretty soon. I was thinking definitely within the next few weeks or so, we got to finish kind of getting some of the cattle that's off wandering off, getting fat and such before we pull up stakes. I can say I could probably go ahead and pay you about $30 a month plus meals and bed in the bunkhouse until the draft starts. And if any of y'all don't got your own horses and stuff, I can lend you such and such that you need for the ride. Not a problem whatsoever. And it's okay. You ever it's all right if you never done one before. I mean, basically anybody who can rough up people like this is the type of people I want my employee. If you know what I mean.
Anna will kind of stand up straight and just say, like, I can also show them whatever they might not know. This is my family's work.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. People with experience, that's even better.
Those meals we get, put meat in them rations.
Oh yeah, we put meats. Yeah, we have a fabulous cook, Javier. Boy, I tell you, he can cook a mean stew. Yeah, sometimes I don't even know what he puts in it, but whatever it is good. That's for sure. But just don't tell him I said that. Like an excess of complimentary feedback coming from him tends to go to his head, and I had to hear about it for weeks and such. And I prefer to withhold such compliments from him.
You ain't
until
a
such
dry
time.
organization, are you?
Dry. I mean, we're dry because we're down in the South, but aside from that, no. No, of course not. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. I've heard what I need. Eustace, you in?
I'm sorry, what was that?
He's going to give us food and free booze. You want in?
What we gotta do?
Look after some cows, I think. I don't know. Maybe stab someone.
Well, yeah. I mean, we taking the cattle, we're driving them up north, selling them in greener pastures. They've been strangling the market around here. They won't let anybody put damn cattle on their line, and since no one around
you
here
got to
can
drink?
buy them no more, I got nothing on me. I just came to town. I don't bring nothing with me.
You're gonna
Anna
have
will,
something with you when we go?
Lean
Oh,
over
yeah,
Mr.
we-
Sutter and just promise him. Just promise him some shit.
Yeah, got gin. Sure, yeah.
Hey, hot dog! Yeah, I mean, I'll go. Yeah, let's get going. When we leaving?
I could lead you on over to the ranch now if you prefer. Unless you got
All right.
business around town still. I don't know
You-
what you plan on doing with this last one here, though.
Okay, I've heard enough. Are you ready, Anna?
Honest, just have a seat. We're not done quite yet.
I think Jack was going to cut his tongue out. If you want to see that, it's It's
No,
a
no,
lot
no,
more meaty
no,
than what
no
you'd expect.
tongue cutting.
Fair is fair. I have stitched the man up, and he is, as the supervisor, giving me salvaging rights. I would be indisposed if we were to inflict further violence upon the man.
Well, I think we should send him back and send a message. We load up them boys, and we say that Constable Jack Dawson is here and Dr. Byron Cuspid.
Praise
And,
Jack!
just kind of
Indeed.
motions behind him.
You see, it
And,
just
to
falls
not-
over the railing. It
Not to
stumbles
cause
over.
any more trouble here for these fine folk.
Don't let any of you forget the day the Scarlet Justice ran through your town.
I can go ahead and just take the bodies back, give them proper burials and such. I'm sure supervisors, managerial staff, and such would find that most polite. Is that all right?
Yes.
Well, okay. Come on, Larry. And he starts dragging one of them. Teeth, like mouth is all bloody from where I've just got the teeth out. He's just dragging them out. Goes by the other one. All right, Larry, you too. And he's dragging one by the other. Saloon doors, kind of. You see him out the window. He's kind of throwing them on top of the horses that are outside. All right. Well, why don't you all go ahead and get a drink, and I'll go ahead and get my things packed up from next door, and say meet you outside in about 20 minutes or so, and we can mosey on over to the Lazy Ass, eh?
Like a plan to me.
All right. He goes leaving, and then the other guy comes in and says, all right, Daryl, your turn. Starts dragging him out from behind the bar, leading him out. Man, you look ugly. Oh, goodness. Throws him up on the other horse. A couple minutes go by. You guys doing anything?
I was
Otherwise,
gonna
like the
go over
Drinking.
to the doctor.
okay.
I don't actually think I've made your acquaintance on Otavo.
Oh, Tom, that is a delightful name. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Byron Cuspid. If I can be of service to you in any way, please just let me know.
I just have to say, it seems we're going to be taking a bit of a trip together, and I'm not familiar with doctors that seem to take so much enjoyment in the taking apart of a body. So
Well, it's just a matter
quite
of
distressing.
practicality. Good teeth are very hard to come by in this part of the West. People just do not take care of themselves the way they should. I mean, how many of you in this room have even brushed your teeth within the past week? Anybody?
you're going to use them?
Of course.
What for?
A great variety of things. You can I can graft new roots upon. If somebody needs dentures, I can do that. I have a great many uses for teeth.
And Arlo looks visibly relieved that there is a medical purpose to this and that she's not.
I think
Yeah.
just for fun, because I'm a huge jerk, I think you should be allowed like a free notice check as you get a little bit closer to Dr. Cuspid.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Alrighty.
You guys want to buy followers and stuff?
Yeah. So like he's dressed nicely. He's got the long coat on over what look like really nice clothes. He's got a vest underneath his jacket that at first looks bedazzled with kind of like a pearl color. You see his entire vest is covered in like these swirling patterns that it's not rhinestones, it's teeth all over his vest.
So you're gonna see that, well, like what started out as like relief of like, okay, this is a logical explanation that she just wouldn't have heard from, and then as she's starting to look down, she's sort of gonna start and then look back up at you and just sort of say, oh.
But I would like to assure you that just because my profession started as a dentist does not mean I am in any way unskilled in other ailments. If you sprain an ankle or injure yourself or perhaps find yourself snake bit, I will take care of you, I assure you.
That sounds, it's always good to have someone with some medical training around. I would say though that I am quite protective of mine and anyone that injures any of mine.
Well, of course, you
Doesn't
seem
come to
like
good
a
end.
righteous. No, of
Wait.
course, no, never. No,
Anna,
No,
you
And
got
Anna
I
won't
assure you.
really wait for you to respond to that. She's just going to kind of leave the comment as you're, kind of trying to respond. She's going to say, that's all. Thank you. Sure
Jack,
will
that was a lovely lady.
find common ground. She's going to walk back over to Eustace, to John. Did y'all notice that one's a tire over there?
No,
Eustace,
I
you're
see
not
he's
near
got
your-
that big red coat on.
He's
your
wearing
cups.
a tire, and that's better than some can say on most days.
That is true. His vest. It's teeth. Human teeth. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
there's also like a big, like, those southern ties that have like the two things kind of hanging
Bolo,
down.
yeah.
In the midst of that, there's this giant, it looks almost like a goat's tooth, but it's a little bit too big and it's twisted a little bit. And it's also this weird purplish blue color.
So Anna's
All
just
right.
going to say to John, so we've worked together.
Yeah,
I sleep, I'm out. You not so much.
yeah.
I think I'm going to
I'll
need you
keep
to
an eye
walk
on you and your teeth for you at night if
Gotcha.
you're worried about it.
back.
That's
I
not a problem.
hope it doesn't come to that, but
Yeah, it's not. And if he sneaks up in the night and tries to take your teeth, I'll cut them to ribbons and we can have ourselves one of them Mayday poles the next morning.
appreciate
right.
you looking out.
You tell me if you need me to do anything.
You're good. Thanks.
Just keep being handsome.
Oh, heck. You're getting
All right.
you're getting all friendly with me.
We did a good job with that one over there. I roped them, you stuck them. That was good work.
Yeah, I do like to stick the landing, if you know what I mean.
Usually for a rope and a stick, it costs a little extra. So you two got that teamwork down pat.
No, his name was Earl.
Oh, you got that down, Earl.
That's your name, right, Earl? It's not Pat, is it? You lying to us?
I think Earl left.
Earl left. Yeah.
I like to think that Eustace said it anyway.
Eustace did say it anyway, and then he looks over. and- Where to go?
He took all of his dead friends with him and they rode off into the sunset. It was picturesque, I would imagine.
Well, I know they ain't smiling about it.
Well, not no more. We done took all their teeth out.
All right,
Most
so a
of
little
their teeth out. I put a few back in.
Oh
God.
Yeah.
a little while later, you guys look out the window and you see a wagon pull up out in front of the Lonely Crow. You see Bill Sutter. You see Abby, his niece, the red-haired woman. They're both sitting in it. He just kind of gives you like one of those really sharp whistles, and he's like, "Hey, y'all ready to go?"
No. Eustace.
No, he's asking if we are ready to depart from this place.
Well, I mean, it's not like we've got plans to. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Ready
All
to
right.
go.
So as you guys leave, the circuit preacher is just sort of completely drunk, fell off the stairs on the ground, and like you walk on out, and he's like, "Praise Jack." You kind of leave, and the family is still there. They're kind of getting ready to leave as well, and the owner, Mr. Davenport, is just looking at all the bloodstains on the ground from the shooting, the gun pulling, the teeth pulling, all that kind of stuff. But you go over, you get your stable, you get your those of you who had horses, you get your horses back from the stable boy. You kind of get on the road and you head out a ways from town, about an hour or so from town, and eventually you get to Bill Sutter's ranch. And you can see that there's like this big old wooden sign. It says "The Lazy S." It's kind of painted, and there's some really horrible sketch, like stencil of a cow. And there's all sorts of these different like people have signed their names on it and such, like ranch hands and such here and there. And he kind of points you all to it. It's like, it's tradition. Just go. If you don't want to, it's okay if you don't know how to read or write. Just go ahead and make your mark, just right over there. And you can see like there's a little corner. There's just a bunch of marks, like X's and things. And he just kind of proceeds to give you a brief tour, and then at a certain point, like he hops out, and then Anna kind of continues it. Little time passes a bit. It's Sunday. Eventually, you meet a few folks. Introduce you to Javier over by the chuck wagon, and he offers up some food, beans and big old hunk of bacon, and all that kind of stuff. And they warn you, like, all right, well, gonna have to get up early. More work starts tomorrow. We got some things we gotta get done before we all head out. You'll meet Luke in the morning. Luke will go ahead, and if I'm not around, Luke is who you listen to, right? If it's coming out of his mouth, it's coming out of my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? You got that? And he kind of looks over at Doc Cuspid at that point, gives him a little wink when he says out of the mouth. All right, well, you get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow you all start working, and you work hard, and you don't just work during the day, you work at night too. There's all manner of things that are kind of coming up in here, trying to get our cattle, get our things, that kind of stuff. But I'm tough, I'm fair. Ask anyone around here to tell you the same thing, but if you're all good, I'll be good to you, all right?
Sounds good. Anything we shoot at night, do we give that to the cook or just toss it out?
Oh, you all give me... Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. So Javier comes up. You see he's got like big old mustache, but it kind of goes not into like mutton chops, but like this part of his face is like definitely hasn't been shaved in a while, but his chin is just completely bare. Like it's got like no hair on it whatsoever. Big old bushy eyebrows. And he's just like, I'll take anything y'all shoot. Anything. I prefer you didn't shoot. Digging out the bullets is a bit difficult, but if you did, it's fine. If you can gut it yourself, I would be much obliged. But I'll tell you this, there ain't no special orders here. Anything you bring here, everybody shares in it, right? This is social something or other. There's a word for it. I don't know what it is. And if I see any of y'all messing around in my wagon, well, I'll tell you what's going to be on dinner next. It's going to be damn hands. That's what's going to be on dinner. You got it? And he pulls out this big old cleaver. Y'all understand me? You understand me?
I understand you. How often do you serve hands?
Sir? Well, I prefer not to serve no hands. I prefer you don't call me on my bluff, sir.
I didn't know if it was like a third Thursday of every month event or something like that. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no. That's where we do tacos then.
Oh, all right.
Taco Thursdays.
It's studies.
Matt's arm Mondays. I like it. It's good.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys will go ahead and you'll bunk out. You get there's a bunk. You sleep for the night. Morning comes, right? Early, you hear that, your people start moving around, getting up, and you meet this kind of old, wiry, kind of thin, tall, kind of Sidney Poitier looking fella. He's got a dark hat. He's got this big old red bandana. He kind of comes up, looks, of an age, kind of like these sharp eyes, but he seems to be kind of calling out orders to folks. So one of the things we do in the beginning of this campaign, which I think is kind of funny, is y'all got to do chores. But there's a few things you guys got to do in the process of doing chores. We get to build out the crew, because you guys are going to be going on this cattle drive. That's a little too loud. You guys are going to be going on this cattle drive for a while. And so you're going to be going to all these people. And so one of the things the game allows you to do is it allows you to kind of make the people that are going to be here. And so everyone's going to get a chance to do that. So let's dive in. So I'm going to share something with you guys, and if I can find where it went. But morning comes, you hear like a bell for breakfast, and then while everyone's eating, kind of over by that chuck wagon again, some people are at a table, at different kind of makeshift tables here and there that people have put out on the around the wagon itself. Some people are just kind of standing and eating, whatever it might be. But the whole while, you've got that Sidney Poitier fellow, kind of shouting out a variety of orders. Let me go ahead and share that with you guys. So first thing we'll do is we'll get your horses in order. So all of you, who here has their own horse? Who here brought their own horse with them?
Anna brought a horse.
Anna,
Jack
Jack
did.
I think did. Okay, just the two of them. Okay, so Anna and Jack. So the first thing you guys get is you get a group of 5 riding horses. So Jack and Anna, you'll get 4 more. But the idea being that if you need horses, you guys are going to be riding various positions on the when you're kind of moving the cattle, but there's also other chores and things you have to fetch during the day around the ranch, and so you're going to be needing these horses from time to time. So one of the fun things you guys get to do is you get to develop your horse. So your horse gets a personality, and your horse gets some kind of trait and stuff. So we'll go ahead and start with that. Jack and Anna, you can roll on this twice and take whichever one you like better. Whereas the rest of you can just roll once. You also get to name your horse. Just put it in your notes and figure it out later. And should that one ever die, we'll go ahead and start naming the others. All right. Okay, so Jeremy, what'd you get out of curiosity? You want to share?
Well, it turns out that my horse has a creative personality, and that just makes me so happy. And it's steady as well.
So how did you as Luke brings you over towards their kind of crowd? They have all these horses about, and you can see some are old, some are young, some are there's a couple that are just kind of flipping all over the place. People are trying to break them, and he kind of hands one over to you. How do you determine that he has a creative personality? What about this horse kind of strikes you as creative?
Well, clearly the first thing I do is I examine the teeth of the beast, and I offer an apple, and I watch how it chews the thing. And I very carefully observe its teeth and how it eats.
Okay, fair enough. And so you see him, he kind of he'll get an apple, but he almost does it kind of corn on the cob style.
Look, this is just delightful.
Tongue kind of comes up underneath it, he spins it. It's the strangest thing in the world. And Luke's next to him, he's like, yeah, it's the strangest thing I ever see, but it's a good steady horse. Just, don't expect to win no races with it or nothing like that. You got me?
Oh, of course. Loopy and I are going to get along just fine.
Loopy, huh? Okay, well, if that's what you're going with, that's fine with me. Matt, what did you end up getting?
I got gung ho and observant. I think I'm gonna take observant for my horse.
All right. So definitely the type of horse that like has good notice rolls. So
Yeah.
likely it's not going to be like falling into like gopher holes and stuff and things here and there. Okay. Eustace, what did Eustace end up with?
Nothing special and gung ho.
Okay. Okay.
That describes Eustace.
So how do you get like the gung ho quality to it when Luke hands the reins over to you? Like what happens that gives you the notion that this is a gung ho horse?
Well, then he hands over the reins to the horse, and the horse just starts walking on its own. And Eustace kind of tries to get up on it, and as soon as he puts one stirrup in the saddle, then it starts to trot. And then Eustace is like, "Oh, hang on, wait for me!" And he gets on, and as soon as he gets on, it starts to gallop. And as soon as Eustace stands to try and counteract that, it gets in a full sprint.
Perfect. I like it. Chuck, what'd you get?
I got nothing special, and the
Aw.
personality is experienced. So it's older horse, maybe kind of bony. I'm gonna go ahead and name this thing Elmer.
Okay. Oh, jeez. It's future. Okay. So he comes it over and he's like, there's the oldest horse we've got here. But, well, I don't know. Either that's going to go or Bill's going to go first. One of them. I don't know. But take good care of it. And if it does die out from underneath you, try not to let that doctor fella take its teeth, will you?
Well, I don't know if I could promise that. I mean, I don't know the medical applications of horse teeth. I'm sure there's got to be something.
Maybe. Oh, man. And then finally, Melissa, what did you get?
So I actually had really good choices in my two roles. So I had an option of a warrior horse and a fast horse.
Okay.
So I decided to go with fast and fearless. And so
Okay.
I've got a pace 14 with my horse, who is...
Okay.
So my horse is jet black, and her name is Bella.
Bella. Okay. And you brought your own too. So like when you walk it over, you see like there's more than one of the folks around, including Luke, who kind of eyes kind of widen as they take a look at it. You keep it in good condition. You make sure it's well fed and all that kind of such. And yeah, like they all kind of look at it, and then they look at you and the fact that this horse looks so impressive. Like I think that probably raises you a little bit up in esteem around there as well. Like, you're not the weird one compared to some of these other folks.
No, not yet. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, and so like then the last thing we're gonna do tonight is you guys are gonna get some chores. So like over the course of the while you guys are here, there's like certain tasks. So like now that you got your horses, Luke's around. He's kind of giving everyone orders. Like, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. But part of doing this is like you kind of get teamed up with other people. So go ahead and everyone hit that chores table one time. All right, who's missing? Did everyone roll?
That was
Okay.
me.
All right, no worries. Okay. So here's what you guys are gonna do. We're gonna go through these one at a time. So if you roll the same thing, that means you're working on that gig together. As I go out of focus once more, as I come back in. So that means you're kind of working on it together, but you're also working on it with other ranch hands. And so each one of you is gonna come up with a ranch hand. You can roll on that personality table again as I lean in further. Okay. Why does this keep doing this? Ugh. Why can't I stay in focus? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to come up with an NPC that's going to be part of our campaign. Tell me the personality and tell me what happens. Narrate a little tiny scene as you do this job with that ranch hand and possibly with other player characters.
Tris.
All right. So I think Jeremy's got a good one. So Jeremy, let's start with you. What is your task? So what does Luke assign you to today?
Well, I have to deal with somebody's personal issues. It could be drunk, depressed, lost, injury. I think I would like to take injury because that seems a clear reason they would send them my way.
Of course.
And then I think I'll take drunk along with it.
Okay. So we've got a drunk injured. So he got injured probably because he was drunk or she was drunk. What's the name of our ranch hand?
This one, nobody knows their real name. They're called Grimy. Just a big old bear of a man that used to be a ghost rock miner, but he got what they call ghost rock fever. You see, whenever you breathe in too many of the particles, it messes with your brain meats. He's still, he's an ox of a man, but just, I don't know if he knows he's lying to you or not, but you can't trust a damn word he says.
Okay. All right. And so how does ghost fever present it? Like, how did it present? Like, what does it look like when you go to treat him?
Oh, so like, I know immediately he has it because his gums have turned purple.
Tell me how it looks, Doc. Actually, it was more like, tell me how it looks, Doc. Is it okay?
Yeah, Grimy kind of can't hear
brush-
talk to.
I brush twice a month like they say to.
That's delightful. You should use something other than the stick you pick up off the ground. But now, so I'm not sure if you fell off the horse or if you were trying to bugger it last night, but let me just, your wrist is turned the wrong way here.
Well, I guess that's why you're here to fix it. So, let's just kind of get it done, shall we? Go ahead. Try not to make it hurt,
There's not too much to be done about that. But yeah, I think he's just greedy and treacherous and, he's got a job.
Okay, greedy and treacherous. All right.
And
these people will recur throughout the campaign.
Wonderful.
All right. So Matt, you're next up. What did you end up doing, and who did you end up doing it with?
Assisting with a calf birth.
Oh, someone else got that too, I think.
And Adam, Eustace is in there as well.
Yep.
Okay.
And I got my NPC is Waylon Fontaine, and he's gung ho. He's gung ho. So I'm imagining that I'm like, oh geez, we're gonna the miracle of childbirth. Everybody gets some hot water, and let's get this and that.
Let's just get on up in there. Come on.
Like, yeah! And he just jumps in there and he's grabbing that calf and pulling it out.
He jumps in. He's like, I got this. Let me turn my head back.
Hey now, Waylon, take it easy. We don't need to run.
No, I've done this before. I was with a pig, but it's fine.
That's how you do it. Get in there.
Wee doggy. Oh, I think there's two up here. Oh man.
Wait, let me see.
Oh shit. I don't think she's pregnant. Oh shit. I don't think there's a sheep. No, never mind. Anyway, and then what about you? What about you, Adam? What'd you get? Give me an NPC.
This NPC's name is Gertrude.
Okay.
And she is happy, just happy as can be. And so while this is happening, she's gonna just go over to the cow and start petting it and calming it down and just like, oh, you're expecting a new one, and it's just gonna be the greatest day ever, and we'll see the joy of life bringing into this world. And yeah, that's how she.
Waylon just rips the calf out like, here we go. I think if you shake him, you get all the gook off.
Yeah, and so I will assist in the actual hands-on portion of it because, I mean, gotten there before, All
right.
But
so
yeah,
Gertrude, who's happy. Okay. All right. Loves animals. All right. Chuck, what did you end up doing for today, and who did you do it with?
I'm slaughtering animals to feed the crew.
It's perfect for you.
Nice.
Just perfect.
And my help is I got gung ho. So I'm gonna say it's been nicknamed Little Timmy. Young kid, 13, 14 maybe.
Okay.
He's just happy to be there, making some money, learning the ways of the ranch.
We gotta kill them animals now. I really want to kill them.
Yeah, buddy, we got to go get us a pig. Now, let me show you some things here on this pig. You know, they
Okay.
say that the anatomy of a pig is closest to the anatomy of a man. And I got to tell you, I don't know if that's entirely true, but I know they cook up about the same. So let's get to busy.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Ives, you ever eat a fella?
Don't you dare ask me that again, little Timmy.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, let's get to busy cutting up this pig.
Okay. As you start cutting the pig up. All right. I thought you were gonna do like the Bill the Butcher scene from Gangs. This is a wound. This is a wound. This is a kill. This is a wound.
Kill.
I love that scene.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, little Timmy.
Oh, I'm also going to take the pig's teeth.
Jeez, so many teeth. Okay. All right. Fair enough. And then finally, Melissa, what did you end up doing for your chore for today, and who is your ranch hand that's been assisting you?
So, Anna's is to can or dry food for the upcoming trip. So
Okay.
I'm almost wondering if maybe once John and Timmy have slaughtered some animals, that like her job is to try to kind of salt and dry those.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Little Timmy brings him over. She's like, I think, and he's just kind of talking to himself. I think he ate some people. And he goes, here you go, Miss Tybo. I think
And
he ate
so-
some people. He did. And he's like, she's like, biting it. It does kind of taste. It's kind of like pig.
that flows into my assistant for the day was Francisco, who is cowardly. So I would imagine that conversation did not go very well.
Okay.
And she is I'm guessing that this might be kind of her first like long-term
Mm-hmm.
kind of drive, and she's not really looking forward to potential dangers on the road.
Okay. Okay. So your first day on the job, relatively successful. Everyone got a basic chore. You met some of the ranch hands. We fleshed out a little bit of that. We'll meet some more because there's actually quite a few on the trip. We'll dive into some of these tasks a little bit next time. And then probably get on the road, I think. We'll see whether or not what happened with the Bayou Vermilion folks comes back to haunt you, whether or not Mr. Phelps makes an appearance, and we'll see whether or not little Timmy eats a man. I can tell you this. Chances are good. Chances are good. He's gonna try at some point. All right, so we'll call that for tonight. Why don't we do a final round table here? If you got something going on this week, go ahead and share it, and yeah, take off. So Jeremy, you got anything this week?
I'm hanging out with you, beautiful people. Chuck's got some Pathfinder for us.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's gonna do some Octung Cthulhu for us on Thursday, Pathfinder Wednesday, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, Matt, spoiled, but what's going on Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central on Garblight Games. We're doing Actoon Cthulhu. And Jeff and Jeremy are there. We're continuing the Romanian opera. What is it? Romanian? I don't know. Imperative.
Russian? I think it was Russian.
Yeah.
Russian.
Yeah, you guys got into a tussle last week. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
We're gonna steal a Zeppelin, and there's rocket soldiers and robo Nazis and all kinds of stuff. They're gonna fight.
Yeah. Awesome. Looking forward to it. Adam, GP, what's going on with Grim Perils?
Yeah. We just launched the Flames of Freedom library. It is where you can make fan content and sell it. and you'll get a major portion of the cut of the sale, and you can do that through drive-through RPG. And so, yeah, if you ever wanted to make something and distribute it for a revolutionary era role-playing game, then that's the place to do it.
Awesome. And Chuck, Defenders, and call out Jeremy while you're at it.
Yeah.
Terrible person. Oh shit.
Yeah, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central over on Defenders of Cobalt. We're back to some Pathfinder 2nd edition. Things are just weird, so who knows what's going to happen. Thursday, over on Grim and Perilous Plays, we're going to be doing some D&D BX in the Thunder Rift setting. But now it looks like Matt and I have to fight to see who gets Jeremy that night. So we'll have to come up with something. Friday night, 10 p.m. Central, we'll be back for some Shadowrun. And I don't remember what's happening Saturday. Something's happening Saturday. That's what we got.
Right on. For Melissa and I, Friday, we'll be playing Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. We started up part 4, final part of our year-long campaign at this point. We're coming near the end. So someone got eaten by a whale and pooped out and into the streets of Empty City. So that was fun. And then there was doctors with bloody pillowcases over their heads. So there's that too. I think Cuspid would probably fit in pretty well in that city, actually. So yeah. So that's Friday. Saturday we're playing One Ring. A lot of fun there. So we're probably going to start up our second adventure with that. And then next Monday, as we're going to be doing Deadlands every other week, next Monday we'll be doing Ultraviolet Grasslands, and we'll alternate between the two. And that's that. So thank you for those of you who hung out tonight and watched as we're kind of getting our feet settled for this. Hopefully the cattle drive, it's going to get smoother as I put them. It's just going to be chores, lots and lots of chores, sweeping, folding clothes, that kind of stuff. And then occasionally I'm going to kill them with something weird and wild and all that kind of stuff. But that's it. If you're watching this later on YouTube, we appreciate you checking it out. Go ahead, follow, subscribe, whatever the hell you're supposed to do over there. And yeah, that's about it. If you want to hang tight, I'm going to throw us on the end screen and then raid somebody.
For all the subs and the
Yeah.
raid and the bits and
Yeah.
happy
And
Lots of
happy
bits.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yep. Yep. Definitely enjoy being 29 years old. Good times. It's very fun. One more year. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and raid Diesel Shot. But thanks everybody. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the gift subs. Thanks for the raid lords and Lady of Fate. And we'll catch you next time. So good night, everybody.
Good night.
Adios.